Hi everyone, it's Soto's Creative Corner, and I'm here to share how I made these um, paper triangles boxes. And I thought I'd do it live so that you can follow along and make some for yourself. This is what it looks like when you put it together. You stuff it with some goodies, and then these are the holes. The bottom holes are for the ribbon embellishment, and then the one on the top is to tie them together so that when they untie it, they have a goodie inside. Hi, Sylvie. I thought I'd go live today and share how I make these paper triangle origami boxes. I'm glad you got your Happy Mail. Good to see you. Just wanted to say hi. Anyway, you just take a square piece of paper like this, any size square, and then with a couple of folds, you'll come up with a triangle box. See, the black ones, the black ribbon is just embellishment. And then if you open up the blue one, then your goodies inside. Good to see you too, Sylvie. Now I can tell you, I wanted to send you a mermaid mold that I made, but you know how it goes when you want to do something, you can't find all the stuff that you need to do it. But that'll be my next Happy Mail sent to you. And then we'll see if it can make it all in one piece. Hello, Tita. Took me a while to get this thing set up. I wasn't sure if I'd be able to come on. Hi, Tita. I just wanted to say hello to you. These are the triangle boxes that I made. See the red ribbon is the embellishment, and then the blue is the one that you untie and then open it up to expose the goodies. Like this one, I have stars that I made in it. And this one, I have a beaded bracelet that I made. Oh, you were able to buy that mermaid? Oh, okay, so then I want to see your art piece when you get done playing with it. And now you have some clay to put in the mold, huh? Hi, Wendy. Good to see you. I was just sharing with, hi, Wendy. Good to see you. Anyway, I was showing Sylvie and Tita how I make these triangle boxes. See, this is what it looks like finished. You can just make a plain box, and then you can just put punches on it or pattern paper. This is more of a masculine one. I wanted to show you these paper clips. Let's see. Oh, look, Wendy, Mickey Mouse. These paper clips, um, I made the mole out of a oval punch, and I made the tag out of a border, and then I made two ovals and stapled it, and made a big one and a little one out of the oval paper punch. So this is a origami out of the origami paper, but it's really thin. If you're going to use for gift, like 110-pound or 65-pound is nice. Um, well, that's good to know that you're doing coloring. I was going to send you a coloring book. That'll be my next package to you, Sylvie. So, and if you want to learn, I'm going to try to show you how I made this this bracelet, handmade hook and eye. Actually, the secret is these little links right here are S's. Oh, so I got this die. I'm really into Sizzlix, and I got the gnome die, and I made these gnomes over Christmas. But the problem I had was that they didn't have any of that fur that they make the gnomes with. So I just used fun fur, eyelash fur. And then let's see, on the top here, I put a little beading. And then, so I'm trying different ways to do the beard because you know how everybody uses the same kind of fur for the beard. And being that I didn't have any and I still wanted to make gnomes, I tried the fun fur. And you know how the fun fur, it has all this straggly. So my husband said, well, let me cut the beard. So I gave him this one. I hadn't finished it yet. And when he cut the beard, he just kept cutting, cutting, cutting. So it got all this short right here. And he thought I was going to be mad at him because he thought he destroyed my gnome. But I said, no, that's okay. So I waited and thought up what could I do. And so I had a little opening right in here. So I stuffed the beard inside there. So now when I stuff it with stuffing, it'll have this hair in there too. And you won't see it, but he'll actually have hair on his head. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some rabbit fur for the beard. Sylvie, do you like fur, like pellets, like rabbit fur? Some people are, don't like animal stuff like that. And my sister left me fur and leather, so I got to do something with it. Anyway, so I got to put this together. And then I made, this was my first one. And I made him with felt. But that's not a very good idea because the felt starts to shred, starts to dissolve. But You know, I'm just learning different techniques as far as what I could use and also getting better on my sewing. Put a little picot beading on the top and the bottom. Thank you, Tita. Yes, Wendy, stay warm. It's cold everywhere. It's really bad in Texas, so we want to pray for Tita to stay warm and keep her pipes warm and her house warm. This here is a triangle that I got a long time ago. It's actually made from a template. That's the bottom, Tita. It's flat. And this is what the inside looks like. So Sylvie, if you have paper, square paper, and Wendy, if you have paper, square paper, I can show you how to make this triangle. I'm going to go ahead and make it with the origami because it's thinner and it'll be easier to manipulate. I'm reading you guys in chat as well. I love the company. Thank you so much for coming in and visiting me. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, Tita, you got your paper out? Is we're going to fold it like this, and we're going to fold it the other way. It could be any size that you want, Tita. 6 by 6. See, this is a bigger paper. I mean, not bigger paper, thicker paper. I'll pull this one out. So, see the thickness? We say, what do you think this is, about a 65 weight? Cardstock. And this one is really thin, even thinner than copy paper. So either paper that you want to use. And what we're going to do is we're going to fold it this way, then we're going to open it up, and we're going to fold it in the opposite direction. Now we're going to make a triangle. So we're going to open it up, and we're going to fold it this way. Tita, you got your paper open and you following along? Then we're going to open it up, and we're going to go in the opposite direction. Those steps that we just made, that's also the first steps when we're making these square boxes. When I make these square boxes here, that's what I do with that. I wanted to see if I had one not glued on the bottom. So here's a square box right here. And it's not glued because if you put the piece together, you really don't need any glue. It looks like I did put a little glue on that one. Well, maybe not. Let me see. No. See, that's just how snug it is. I thought maybe I might have glued this one. But there it is. So if you didn't want to glue it down and you use this technique of origami fold, then the person that received it after they ate all the goodies, they can reuse the paper if they wanted to. So this is the square one, and like I said, you would use the same technique as far as the first two folds. Rectangle on either side, and then triangle on either side, right? Did you get that far, Tita? You can do all kinds of goodies on this origami. Now this part right here is going to be tricky because what we want to do is we want to take this corner right here and we want to line it up to this line because we want to make a point. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how I do this. Let's see, right there. And what I do is before I make this point right here, I want to make sure that this lines up with this line right here. If I have that lined up, they'll come to a point. Okay, then we would open that up, and now we have to do the opposite side. And the way I do it is instead of just coming here and just pointing it, I mean, you can if you're good, but I like to align it up with this crease line right here, this point right here, and then everything will line up here, and then I'll have a good point. Oh, well, I can always make another one, Sylvie, so that you don't have all this distraction. But you see how I have that lined up? So I know when I put my crease down, it's going to make a nice point. Then I have to open it up, and then we have to, once you make those two like this, then you have to come back over here. You have to take this point and bring it to this line here. Once you see all these creases, it could get a little confusing, but all you're doing is repetitious, the same thing. See, it's at this point here. So now we turn it right, and now we're going to go to this point here. This has got to go line up here. So I just make sure that I see this crease right here. And I make sure this is lined up all the way on that crease before I push it down. And then I always know I'm going to have a nice line. Now we have to do this side here. Open it up. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to show you a step when you see other people make it. It all depends on how you want to put it together. Everybody has their own techniques, so their steps might be a little different. So we did that one. We have to do this one. I did that one. Now I got to do this one. I did. Okay, so now once we have it at a cone and we've done all that, like we're going to take it like this, and we're going to come up to here. And we're going to pull it like that. Take this point here. So once you make this cone like this, you have to come up like this and make this step. Normally when somebody, other creators are making this fold, they'll make this fold here like this, and then they'll make this fold, and then they'll continue on. But I like to go ahead and make all of this first. I go around and I make all of this, because that'll, if I didn't do it, it'll let me know when I come back to go ahead and make this fold. So there should be 4 of those. So that would be, this is 1. Open it up. So I'm just going to check to see. So you can start seeing it come together. Can you see? Voila. Did you see that? Did you get that, Tita? So let's do it with the thicker paper. The thicker paper, you can really hold a lot of goodies in it. Or do you want me to make a square one? What do you want me to do? Do you want me to make another triangle, or do you want me to make a square one? Pinky, be quiet. Sorry about that. I'll show you how I make the square one. The one like this. You can tape it down, or you don't have to tape it down. It will automatically just find its place and close. I'll be right back. I got to take care of that dog. What do you think the problem was, Tita? Where'd you have problems at? Well, let's go ahead and make another one. How thick is your paper? Do you have is it a thicker paper like this, or is it more like like an origami? Hi, Mr. Doughboy. Chad, how you doing? Good to see you. We're making paper triangles, boxes. You got some paper? You can make your mom a nice little treat, see? You make a little box, and then you can fill it with goodies, whatever you want. Could put a nice little bracelet in there for her. Get some paper, square paper, and make some origami. Well, let's go ahead and try to make a square box if you like. I haven't been making the square boxes. Or do you want to make another triangle, Tita? Appreciate you guys coming by and visiting me. I really feel comfortable doing this with all of you here. Not like the first time. Scratch paper? I'm just being funny. You're not the only one that's funny, Mr. Doughboy. Okay, well, I'll show you how I make my square boxes. I haven't made that for a while, so let's see if I can even remember. We do it the same way as we did the triangle. We always start off the same. Go that direction, then go in the opposite direction. Now here we're just going to take the four corners and make a triangle. Always stay in the line. So I always use these crease lines as my guide. And if you get good at this, you can knock out a box in like 2 minutes. And if you do it like this, you don't have to really put it together. You can just start to assemble it with just all the creases, and then come back. Okay, so we have it all like this. Okay, Tita. So this is the square here. We're gonna fold it the same way as we do the triangle. This way, then in the opposite direction. Then we're gonna do a triangle. I forgot to do the triangle in the beginning. So you have to do the triangle too. So you do the square first, right? This way. Then you go this way. Now we have to do a triangle. So we did the triangle this way. Then we did the triangle this way. Then we did the little boxes like this. That would be the third step. Okay, then we open these sides because we're going to work on these two. So I'm going to open up these two sides. Instead of folding everything like this, I'm going to open them up. Then I'm going to take this crease here and I'm going to bring it to this crease here. So I'm going to take this, fold it right to that line, see? And sometimes I'll bring the fold over just to make sure that I meet it. And you see, Tita, can you see that little point right there? Sticking out right there? That's why when it all comes together, they kind of like just put themselves locked in. So once I do it this way, then I can go to this side, do the same thing. And you see how you have that little triangle just peeking out? I like that, Mr. Doughboy. And then we're going to do these two sides now. So it's just really a lot of repeating. So then we open it up and we'll do these two sides. Make sure it comes to this crease right here. Do this side. Now once I have it all like this, I can take this here and fold it down. And if these meet, when I finish that box, it's all going to come together. Okay? See, I'm already done. Once you do that, now we're going to open up the box and we're going to assemble it. Just like that. Let's see what's going on with this piece. Then we're going to fold it over. You have to do it like this because that's why a lot of people cut it down, because it can bulky. It's kind of bulky right here, but you just put your bone folder in here like this. There you go. You have one side. Then you have the other side to do. And like I said, because of all the folds that you made, you see it just comes together. Put it on the side like this. Bring this over. There it is, Tita. If you want to glue it down, you could glue it down. Just lift this up, put a little dab of glue right there. But you see how it stays in? It's all nice and snug. Snug like a bug. You leaving, Sylvie? Thank you for visiting. We'll get in touch soon. Oh, you got a box. Yay! Tita, you got a box? You make a box like this, Tita? You have your bone folder? Did you do it? Just go in here. See? And on the box, you can make a little box. I was making the big box like Nana. That's where I was inspired to make these boxes. I made it like hers, where she had it like this. But I didn't like it this deep. I figured that's like another whole box, so that's why I cut it down and made a little shorter lid. And I tried putting a notch in there like she did, but that didn't really work out for me. So I like the little shorter lids, and some of them aren't even glued because I used the staple. If you put, this is not the way the staple is supposed to go in. If you put it in where you staple from, if you staple like this, then the staple is on the inside. When you try to close the box, it kind of snags. So if you take this and punch it on the outside, then it's smooth going in and out, closing the box, and then you can just put some kind of embellishment on the side so that they can't see the staples. See these staples are on the inside. So did that help you out, Annie, Tita, Sylvie, Wendy, Chad? Great. So I can show you how to make one of these bowls. You want to see how I made one of these bowls? You don't have to have a bowl maker to make a bowl. So you just take two of these. This is the small oval. I thought I had the larger oval. Then I just take it, give it a little roll. Then I take, one's going to be outside and one's going to be inside. And I put it in like this. And I cheat. I use the staple gun. Oops. You know how it works when you're live. There's always something to go wrong. But anyway, that's how I do that. And on this punch here, you can get a continuous border. I can show you how to do that. I take this right here where this line up is, right here, and that's where I start the punch. Then I take it, I bring it all the way up to where this one on the bottom lines up with this one here. Let's see, like that. And even if it's like that, sometimes I got it right on and it's perfect, but sometimes it shows up like that. That's not a problem. I just do this. That's how I get that. And then I just take whatever punch you have, and then when I glue it to the paper clip, I just hot glue it to the paper clip and then put another little punch over that to make it look pretty. But I thought that was pretty cute. If you didn't have a bowl and you wanted to make a bowl, if you have a punch and some border punch, you can make something pretty like that besides just having a plain tag. So I appreciate you coming by, and I'm glad that I was able to show you how to make these triangle boxes. Take care, Wendy. Thank you again for coming by. Stay warm. So I guess we'll go ahead and say our goodbyes, Tita. You stay warm, and we'll talk soon. And I appreciate your support, Sylvie and Chad, Wendy, and Tita always. Until then, take care, and we'll see you soon. Bye.